In the headlines, People's Democratic Party Board of Trustee Chairman resigns as Wabara takes over.
I decided me, Senator Walid Jibril, I'm stepping down as the chairman of BOT, please.
Military arrest Boko Haram informant in Abuja. Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria begin nationwide protest over crude oil theft. Away from Nigeria, Buckingham Palace reports Queen's doctors concerned for her health. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Ile. Thank you for joining. And now the details. Chairman of the Board of Trustee of the major opposition People's Democratic Party, PDP, Senator Walid Jibril, resigns to pave way for the resolution of lingering crisis threatened to tear the party apart. The resignation of the BOT chairman was on the sidelines of the National Executive Committee, NEC, of the party to consider the voluntary resignation of the chairman and other key issues amidst deepening divisions among the party organs over the precarious acrimony between the party presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar and Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike. There has been sustained push by the Wike camp of the resignation of the current national chairman of the party, Yocha Ayu, as one of the preconditions for the resolution of the impasse, which was a fallout of the emergence of the party's presidential flag bearer, Atiku Abubakar, and his subsequent choice running mate.
And that's why yesterday, I decided me, Senator Walid Jibril, I'm stepping down as the chairman of BOT, please. I'm stepping down to make things easier for all of us. And I discussed with the candidate. The candidate agreed with me. He even
Meanwhile, former Senate President Adolphus Wabara is named as acting BOT chair. The presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, Wednesday met with the members of the National Working Committee of the party at its national headquarters in Abuja. Among those who accompanied Tinubu to the meeting were his running mate, Kashim Shettima, the Director General of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Governor Simon Lalong of Plateau State, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, among others. This is the first visit by Tinubu to the party's headquarters since his emergence as the presidential candidate of the party in June. Speaking to journalists after the meeting, Tinubu said his campaign team will release the manifesto of the campaign, stressing on the need for Nigerians to be committed to democracy despite the challenges with the system. According to INEC timetable and activities, all political parties will commence campaigns on 28th of September. Now, the tactical surveillance troops of the Nigerian military have arrested a Boko Haram informant, Mahmouda Usman, popularly known as Bado, in Asokoro, one of the eyebrow areas in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The informant, according to the military high command, runs an errand for a suspected high-profile Boko Haram terrorist commander in Kaduna, who is on the tracking list of the security agencies. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Musa Damadami, who disclosed this to journalists at a press briefing, also said that the military will not relent in rooting out all collaborators of the terrorists across the nooks and crannies of the country. The disclosure is coming less than 48 hours. The Department of State Service arrested a Kaduna-based Desert Herald publisher, Tukur Mamu, over alleged 2 billion naira ransom racketeering. The Nigeria police have paraded 20 suspected criminals in Gombe State over alleged involvement in various offences. Parading the suspects, Police Public Relations Officer in the state, ASP Mahid Mwazu, said that the suspects are being accused of kidnapping, rape, criminal conspiracy and possession of counterfeit dollar notes, as well as criminal conspiracy and culpable homicide. Ibrahim Ismail has more.
These are the suspects allegedly involved in various crimes in Gombe State. Among them is a 55-year-old suspect alleged to have raped a 6-year-old girl in Gombe Metropolis. In the same vein, a young man in his 20s is also suspected of raping a 16-year-old girl.
Gaskiya ga yanda ta fito aka ce na fiyaɗin to gaskiya abin da zan faɗa shine yanda ake zargiya da shi.
It is true, I confessed to the crime. I raped the girl, but I am not happy. I am pleading for mercy. The command asks citizens in Gombe to strengthen ties with the police and share intelligence to rid the state of criminal activities.
At about 8:30 p.m., a formal complaint was received from Abigail Yunusa, M of Tarmana Ward, via Kaltungo local government, that on the same date at about 8 p.m., one Ruben Azaria, M of the same address, took her daughter, aged 16 years, of the same address and forcefully had carnal knowledge with her on top of a grave inside their compound at the above-mentioned address. On receipt of the complaint, police operatives from Kaltungo Division swung into action and arrested the said Ruben Azaria. Victim and suspects were taken to General Hospital Kaltungo for medical examination. Case under investigation, after which he will be brought to justice.
The police said all suspects will be charged to court as soon as investigations are concluded. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
The Osun State Police Command has arrested a 36-year-old man for allegedly killing a taxi driver and snatching his car. Police Public Relations Officer in the state, Yemisi Opalola, said that the suspect hired the driver from Benin, Edo State. The PPRO said that the suspect injected the driver with a substance suspected to have killed him. Police said that the suspect dumped the corpse of the driver in the bush and fled with his car to Osun State, where he was apprehended. The suspect, who claimed to be a medical doctor in Kwara State, declined comment as he insisted that it is a Edo State case and requested that he should be transferred to Edo State Police Command.
Any question you want to ask me, I swear to God I will cooperate and answer you with that. But please, for the sake of nothing but God, don't come at me. Just take me. I will cooperate with you. All this, my case is in Benin. Take me inside the motor you bring up, please.
One Adio that called himself a doctor that went from Kwara State to Edo State Command and hired a man as a taxi man, and as he was carrying him about, he killed the man at last, and which he confessed to, and dropped him the corpse inside the bush in Edo State, and thereby the people in Edo State, the policemen, told us about it in Osun State Command, and were able to apprehend him here. And after, you will see even the Camry that he stole, that he took from the man, we were able to recover the Camry, the Toyota Camry, and himself was apprehended.
Now, some youths recruited as constabularies into the Nigeria Police Force to complement the police in Osun State are protesting the non-payment of their salaries for 18 months. Trust TV reports that the special constables converged on Okefia Junction in Osogbo to stage protests demanding payment of their salaries. The protesters lamented that the government failed to pay them for 18 months. Commissioner of Police in the state, Wale Olokode, appealed to them to end the protest, assuring them that the authority will see to their matter. The Bauchi State Emergency Management Agency has confirmed the death of 10 people as a result of flood which destroyed several houses and farmlands across the state. Adams Nayola, Director, Planning, Research and Statistics in the agency, confirmed the figure in an interview on Wednesday in Bauchi. He said that the situation had forced many residents to take refuge in other places. The director, however, said that the agency was still gathering data on farmlands and houses destroyed across the state. He said that the flood cut off some communities in Jama'ari and Miso local government areas, adding that the latest incident was recorded in Zaki local government area. He said that the agency was doing everything possible to provide relief materials to affected people even as the assessment of the situation continues. 5 persons died while one other was injured in multiple accidents at Iju Bridge along Ota Idiroko Road in Ado, Ogun State on Wednesday. The accident involved a tanker laden with diesel, 3 other vehicles and a motorcycle. The spokesman of the Ogun State Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Corps, Babatunde Akimbi, confirmed the incident in Abeokuta. He said that the driver of the tanker suffered a brake failure, causing him to lose control and rammed into the affected vehicles before falling into a ditch. Now, dedication, patience and passion are receipts for long service in any organization. The Daily Trust Long Service Awards were held in honor of members of staff who have worked in the company for 10 years and above, amongst other awards. Shamaka Mwafo was there and files in this report.
Staff from the different platforms of the Media Trust Group were at the event held on Wednesday at the Media Trust headquarters. Members of staff from other state offices also joined virtually for the 12th edition of the awards. So what is the philosophy behind the awards?
We're actually recognizing those staff that have put in so many years of service within our company. And you can imagine we have, staff that have spent 20 years in this company, almost as old as the company.
Members of top management are convinced that the company's core values are a key factor that has kept people in the company for so long.
But one thing I know, I believe the reason why people stay is because of our core values. One of our core values is integrity and honesty.
Yes, from what I can read, this is the 12th edition, but I had the privilege of attending at least 4 editions. And on a yearly basis, I've been noticing some kind of improvement. Last year, we held it here. It was marvelous, especially the food. And I believe maybe this year is going to be an improvement.
Awardees are the synergia of eyes at this event and are obviously happy. And answering the question hanging in the air, they say patience and passion kept them at the company all these years.
Well, I think because I have passion to the job, because since I was in primary 3, I have passion in journalism. So when I joined the company, I have gotten what I wanted. So that is why I stayed. Well, I always advise the younger generation to always be patient in whatever they are doing.
I love the work. I don't lie about that. I love the work and I love challenges, anything. I also thank God for my understanding family that understood the terrain of the work and they have kept faith with me throughout.
Trust TV's Gaza Yakubu was one of the awardees of the night, winning the Chairman's Excellence Award.
He is a multi-oriented, a multi-talented person. He's a one-man team and he's a cameraman, a video editor, a graphics editor, a producer, a reporter, an actor.
I feel so good. I feel so happy because I didn't imagine that, everything they said, at the point that I was receiving the award was going to be said about me. I was thinking I would probably recognize, within just 1 or 2 words, but a lot of qualifications just for me. It is so amazing.
The Excellence and Integrity awardees won't just be leaving with a plaque and certificate, as there is a cash prize and promotion attached to it. Chama Kanwafu, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Indeed, hard work pays, isn't it? Well, coming up shortly on the news update. How daily income earners struggle to overcome challenges. Details of this and more after the break.
To every politician, as the campaigns gain momentum and passions begin to rise, remember, the errors of your opponents do not make you a success. Do not run down your opponent and inflame passions to violence between and among your supporters. What counts is what you plan to do for the electorate and how you intend to relieve the sufferings and bring succor. Nigeria is in dire need of patriotic leaders at all levels, leaders who will make national development their priority. Concentrate on telling the electorate what you intend to do when you get into office. Focus on making your vision clear to the electorate. Don't engage in verbal abuses, fake news or speeches. Keep dealing with issues that will bring progress. You win the hearts and minds of the people by being above board, by being civil, patriotic, and showing empathy. Let's join hands to make the 2023 elections peaceful. A message from the National Orientation Agency.
Welcome back. You're watching the news update on Trust Television. Here's a reminder of our top stories. People's Democratic Party Board of Trustee Chairman resigns as Wabara takes over. Military arrest Boko Haram informant in Abuja. Now, elsewhere, the federal government says it has concluded the construction of 1,000 housing units as part of the federal government's resettlement efforts for millions of inhabitants displaced by the 13-year insurgency in Nigeria's northeast. The managing director, Northeast Development Commission, Muhammad Al-Kali, revealed this to State House correspondents at the 50th session of the State House briefing organized by the Presidential Communications team at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja on Thursday. According to him, the 1,000 houses were built in Ngwam, Borno, with plans to build 500 housing units in 5 other affected states, each costing 17.5 billion naira. The mass housing project includes 2-bedroom flats built in clusters. The housing units have been handed over to the Borno State government, who distributed it to various households. Artisans who depend on daily income in Makurdi are lamenting the effects of the economic crisis in the country on their businesses. Speaking to our reporter, they decried low patronage occasioned by the cost of materials for production. The report.
Across all sectors, businesses have been negatively impacted as inflation continues to bite harder. This negative effect has not spared artisans and by extension their families.
Of things now, it's not easy for us, like for me when they do this weather, because the price of the material is so high and all my customers, they are not finding it very easy. So the economic now is very, very high for us.
Beyond low patronage, some customers have resorted to paying less for services rendered, while some service providers have been forced to offer their services for free in order to maintain relationship.
This time around, things are too choked. Like before then, when government was good. In fact, I have a lot of customers. But now, because of no payment of salaries, many people then drop their car because there's no money. So the thing is affecting my business so much. It's not like before. Like now, everybody that comes to my shop, my brother, I don't have money. So I can't understand because of the situation that is happening this time around.
The situation has forced some out of businesses, while those managing to stay say it has become difficult for them to negotiate for services with customers due to high cost of materials for the services.
Actually, those days people do barb less than even 300, but we do get customers regular. But due to the change in government and how things have become so high cost, customers do come complain, sometimes even the 300 they cannot pay, just because some of them will complain government is not paying or their business are not moving, or they have children that they are taking care of, so you have to manage. That's not the way it used to be. You do get little customers, maybe in a day you can get maybe 1.5. Some days are even better than that. You cannot even make up to 1,000 naira. But we are coping, managing. Even if someone brings 150, 200, sometimes we don't understand because of the regularity of the customer coming to the shop.
As the nation battles the current economic downturn, many in this category are hopeful that the necessary policies will be put in place to address the crisis.
Now, members of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria on Thursday commenced a nationwide protest over crude oil theft. The oil workers carried banners with inscriptions such as "Chasing oil thieves and vandals out of business, and oil theft is illegal." Speaking at the march that started from the Unity Fountain in Abuja on Thursday morning, Pengassan President Festus Osifo said that President Muhammadu Buhari should give a marching order to heads of security agencies tasked with the security of oil pipelines in the Niger Delta to clamp down on oil thieves. Osifo, who threatened that all workers would withdraw their services should the government fail to take decisive action against oil thieves, said that the increasing oil theft is forcing its members to lose jobs in Nigeria's oil servicing industry. The need for calm and understanding by some ex-militants, otherwise known as Creek men, and stakeholders in the Niger Delta region has been stressed. This followed reactions trailing the pipeline surveillance contract awarded to an ex-militant leader, Government Ekpepolo, popularly known as Tompolo. Environmental activist in the region, Fine Face, said that the contract awarded to Tompolo is a welcome development, as it shows that the federal government is encouraging local content towards curtailing high level of crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism in the region. Here's the report.
Illegal oil bunkering and stealing of crude oil by non-state actors remains some of the major challenges confronting the oil and gas sector in Nigeria. It has become worrisome to the federal government as the country cannot meet its Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries OPEC quota of 1.8 million barrels per day. To tackle this, the federal government awarded a multi-billion-naira pipeline surveillance contract to a private security outfit owned by a former Niger Delta militant leader, Government Ekpepolo, popularly known as Tompolo. The total sum of the contract runs to about 48 billion naira per year, which is about 4 billion naira every month. The decision generated mixed reactions within the Niger Delta region and beyond. An environmentalist, Fine Face Dumna Mene, said the contract will reduce oil theft and environmental degradation in oil-bearing communities in the Niger Delta. Fine Face emphasized that there is the need for wider consultation and decentralization of the contract to some ex-militants in the region by the contractor for peace and stability.
I don't see the award of the surveillance contract to Tompolo as a way of creating problem or destabilizing the Niger Delta. It's like every other contract. It's like every other contract. And it's important we talk about local contents. This is the application and implementation of the local content law, whereby they use the local people having the right of first refusal to get this contract. So it's something that I think we need to rally around Tompolo, and he needs to decentralize the contract that he has been given.
To come close and let us so that we work together.
The former Niger Delta militant Tompolo speaks on his plans to unite aggrieved groups regarding the pipeline surveillance contract.
We are going to move into serious action where we will stop all the illegal activities in the Niger Delta region.
Now, away from Nigeria, fears grew on Thursday for Queen Elizabeth II after Buckingham Palace said that her doctors were concerned for her health and recommended that she remain under medical supervision. The 96-year-old monarch has been dogged by health problems since October last year that left her with difficulties walking and standing. On Wednesday, she pulled out of a planned meeting with her senior political advisors after being told to rest. On Tuesday, she held audiences at her Scottish Highlands retreat, Balmoral, with outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson and they appointed his successor, Liz Truss. And now in sports news, RB Leipzig have appointed former Borussia Dortmund manager Marco Rose as Domenico Tedesco's replacement. Rose has signed a 2-year contract with Leipzig, which will keep him at the club until 2024. The Bundesliga outfit parted ways with Tedesco following their 4-1 defeat to Shakhtar Donetsk in their Champions League opener. Rose also managed Leipzig's sister club RB Salzburg between 2017 and 2016, winning successive Austrian Bundesliga titles, the latter part of a domestic double alongside the Austrian Cup. And that's a wrap on Trust News Update. Watch more via all our social media platforms, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am Ayuba Ile. Thank you for watching.